To Yoga in Small Spaces with myself, Cheryl, the Crack Yogi. We are on session 8, the final session, Yin Session for February. And I'm really happy that I took this opportunity to share just 8 different classes between 30 to 36 minutes and just giving you little tidbits on how to approach Yin, the Yin practice. And for today's session, we're just gonna fall right into it. So anything that you've learned over these last 8 sessions or the last 7 sessions, if you followed them, just focus on breath control. And what I mean by that is just always connecting with the breath and noticing if you're retaining, just allowing the breath to flow naturally. If you need to breathe deeper, take in nice even inhalations and exhalations. If you want to go on a journey through the body and just kind of figure out sensation through the body and the poses, go on that journey. If you want to set an intention just to have a focal point on something mindfully or physically for your practice today, go on that journey. And trying to think of some other tidbits I have given over the last 4 weeks, and I'm actually having a brain fart. So that's what happens, right? And I love to record my videos where I don't pause them and restart. I want to be authentic and real with what I'm sharing with you, as if I was actually in a class in front of you, instructing you and guiding and educating you. So for today, what we're going to do is we are going to start off in a seated position. So you choose if you want Sukhasana, which is easy pose. If you prefer to be seated on your heels, you can be seated on your heels. If you want to have the legs extended, whatever feels good. And we're just going to take the first moment or so connecting with breath, seeing how we're feeling physically and how we are feeling mentally, and noticing if those 3 things are kind of, the more we focus on the next few moments, how they're intertwined. And when we bring more focus into them and bring them together, how things shift. Okay? So sitting on your mat, or if you're directly on the floor, on the earth, wherever you are, just find a nice natural elongation to the spine. Connect with the breath. And just noticing in the stillness what you're feeling inside and out. Eyes can be closed or opened. Just do a little scan from the top of the head all the way down to the feet. Go at your pace, what you want to focus on. You'll notice the longer you sit in stillness and observe where there may be tension holding, any discomfort, sensation just starting to grow a little bit more. So what I mean by discomfort is I do have a little bit of a tingling in my lower back. I have a little bit of a vibration happening on the inner side of my left hip into the pelvis and groin. But that's me. You pinpoint what you're feeling. Kind of dive a little bit deeper into the breath. We're going to go into a 3-part breath. And what that means is we're going to pretend there's like this little rod of light. So when we inhale, we focus mainly first at the abdomen, and then we slowly have our light grow all the way up this line, this rod, to the torso. And then on the exhalation, it's like the light's going out all the way down, and we end the exhalation at the abdomen. We're going to do 4 of these. So you're going to exhale fully. Inhale, abdomen, lights traveling up, bottom of the rib cage, to the chest. Exhale. Inhale, abdomen, thoracic, mid, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, abdomen. Inhale, abdomen, diaphragm, chest. Exhale, chest, diaphragm, abdomen. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Return to the natural breath. Notice where your mind is wanting to go. It's wanting to go on a little adventure somewhere else. It's absolutely okay. Just let it go. And then allow it to come back, or for the first time, connect with the breath. Just noticing your inhalations and exhalations. There's a point where you want to set an intention for your practice. Take this next few breaths to set that intention. Whatever speaks to you, a phrase, a word. And don't put pressure on yourself. If you can't find one, that's all right. Just go with the flow. I'm just going to gently twist to the right, which may look like your left, but it is all right. Twist to the left. And we're going to move into our first yin pose today. So for today, for the first pose, I should say, we're coming into a supported sphinx with a half frog. So we'll be doing 2 of these. So you're going to make your way to your belly. You may not even need the bolster. I'll remove my blocks just in case they're in your way. I'm going to make my way onto my forearms. I'm going to start, for me today, it'll be my left leg, the half frog. And I've started the timer. We're here for 2 minutes. If you are on your forearms and you feel like it's too much and you want to add a bolster underneath the torso for support, you can add that torso or to add the bolster. Notice what you're working here. That was another thing we talked about through one of the sessions this month. Is we focused on what joints we were working. So for myself, tacking, and also for you, that hip joint on the left, knee and ankle, because we're going to have that foot flexed. Lower, actually full spine. So every vertebra. Your shoulders are being worked because you're in Sphinx. So shoulders, elbows. Nice smooth breath. We have less than a minute to go. I'm just going to shift my leg down a bit because I'm getting a little bit of cramping in that left hip, which is not comfortable. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly walk the fingers forward. If you had a bolster underneath you, just maybe push it to the side. I'm just going to rest here. I'm going to extend my left leg beside right. Just going to wiggle my hips a little bit side to side here. I'm going to get ready for the other side. So I know I'm okay without the bolster for the second side, but if you didn't use a bolster or a pillow for the first side and you feel like it would help to put something underneath the torso there, just below the chest, you could add it. Just because you did it on one side doesn't mean you can't on the other side. Go with where you feel control. I'm going to bend my right leg into half frog. And we're here for that 2 minutes. Forearms are down. I know my elbows are a little bit ahead of my shoulders for myself. And this is just because my lower right side is very tender. So when I bring my shoulders or my elbows back more in line with my shoulders, it actually would add more compression in my lower back. And for today, I just know that's not what my lower back is looking for. Choosing if neck remains in line with the spine or if you want to dip the chin down. So then now you're tackling more into the C-spine. I'm doing this a little bit on this side. I didn't want to do it with both. I have control of my breath. I'm not shaking anywhere in the body. If I was starting to shake in my upper body, I would add the bolster for sure, because the shaking means you're not giving the muscles time to release. We have less than a minute. Nice smooth breath. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. Breath in. And on the exhalation, start walking those fingers forward, extending the arms. Then releasing that right leg behind you and resting here for a moment on the belly. Allow the shoulders to relax. I'm having a day where my shoulders just want to keep creeping up towards my ears, so I'm keeping to remind them, relax. So for that Sphinx half frog combo, I got more within the pelvis, groin, hip, lower back, arching to the lower back, worked into the shoulders. And I'm going to move into a camel
for the next pose. So if you want, when we go into this, if your hands don't comfortably come back to the floor, we're not reaching for the feet in this yin variation. We're going to be bringing the hands back to the floor. So let's actually, it's like I lied. It's a reclined hero. I don't know why I was thinking camel. It was in my head. So this happens to me sometimes. I have brain farts. And like I said, like it's kind of neat to recognize this. I was saying how my shoulders are more going up towards my ears. So I'm a little bit scattered today, and that's absolutely fine. Like this is giving me time to kind of reconnect mentally and how it's affecting me physically. So for hero, a reclined hero, this could be enough for you. Your knees are bent, feet on either side. And then I'm going to walk my hands back. For some of us, this is enough. For others, you may be able to come onto the forearms. And others, you may want to come back onto a bolster or the blocks. But with how my lower back is today, I'm going to just stay up here. So I spoke about the joints with Sphinx and the half frog combo. So think about this. We're getting into the ankles. So it's the opposite of how I had them in half frog. So I'm getting a stretch now into the ankle with this flexion of the foot. Knee joint. Getting into the lower back again, more of an arch to the back, lower back. But I'm at a point where I'm not uncomfortable in my lower back, and I did have a stretch on my thigh, and now that's disappeared. So I am going to go a little bit lower with an aid of a block. So I have just about a minute left. Oh, that feels good. I don't want to crank my head back, so I'm going to leave my block at this height. And this can be quite intense for some, so if you need to or have thought of it already, you can do the half reclined hero. So if you need to pause the video for a second and just give yourself time equally on each side. I'm going to slowly make my way out of this. So I'm going to just push up through the forearms, bring my hands, just slowly inch myself forward. And then for myself, I can just push my hands on either side of my legs, walk my hands forward, and I'm now in a tabletop. I'm just going to take a moment here with the tabletop and give myself a few cat and cows. Putting more exaggeration on my cat, because those first movements, I did get that compression in my lower back. So with the cat, I'm getting a counter movement to my spine. I'm just kind of rounding it out. Whew. And then I'm going to push my way back to child's pose. And I'm keeping my legs together for child. This is and I'm going to bring my arms on either side of my torso, my body, and that gives a full rounding of the spine, the shoulders, forehead comes down, but if your forehead doesn't reach the mat, you can just take your hands and make fists or palms, or if you like having the arms on either side, just grab a block and prop it underneath the forehead. I'm going to slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. I'm going to make my way into a prone position where I'm going to be bringing an arm underneath the body and the other one's going to be extended overhead. So we're going to be getting work within the outer shoulder coming across. So you'll get some compression, inner shoulder going into across just around the collarbone. And then it'll give a pull in the upper back. So I just took my mic off because I know I'm going to be more flat on my mat. I'm going to put my mic here. And what I'm going to do, so you can see it, is my left arm is extended. I'm just going to move those blocks out of the way. I'm bringing my right arm underneath. I'm going to bring the mic closer. And I'm pushing that left hand into the mat. And I'm going to stay here for the 2 minutes. If you don't want to do the pushing of the left hand into the ground, you can just be passive if it's enough just with the arm coming underneath. So you're going to be feeling this probably within tricep, outside of the shoulder, going around to the upper back. You can have your forehead right on the mat or have that rotation of the neck to the left. And an option, if you're noticing you don't like the palm up and you prefer palm down of that right hand, that is an option also. I feel like I can reach a little bit more with that right hand. So I just did, and I'm extending more with my left arm. And I'm doing this because now I'm feeling I couldn't feel much, so now I can feel a shift a little bit more into that left shoulder with the extension, and then the compression in the right shoulder. It's a nice way of giving a little bit of TLC to the lymphs in the armpits. One of the other poses that we can get this done with is Bananasana, but we're not doing that one today. We're almost there. Inhale. And exhale. Unwind yourself. You can give a gentle push up onto the left forearm. Release the right arm and just give yourself a break here. You can bring the forehead onto the mat. You can gently shake the shoulders. I'm going to make my way to the other side. So this time, I'm taking my left arm, bringing it underneath. My torso's, I'm not rotating my whole body to the right. I'm keeping it anchored down. I'm extending my right arm. And we're here for that 2 minutes. I feel it way more on this side. So for myself, I've noticed I've been pretty tender under the left side of my inner armpit. So that would be a good indication that my lymph nodes are a little bit stuck. My lymphatic system isn't flowing the greatest the last couple of days. I feel like I can go a little bit more. So as if someone's pulling my left fingertips away from me. But again, I'm keeping my torso more anchored down onto my mat. I'm not lifting up and turning. Extend my right arm a little bit more. I feel like I got some nice lengthening happening here, which means we're working into that fascia. It's pretty cool. Just gonna check my time. We have under a minute. Face is relaxed, it's calm. Breath is even. Take one more look here. Oh yeah, we still have time. I actually feel like I can lengthen a little bit more there. And taking a nice deep breath. Exhale. I'm going to slowly unravel myself. And just relax here on my belly for a moment. We're going to go into a supported butterfly, reclined butterfly. If you prefer to do fish, a supported fish, and that's yasana, you are more than welcome to. Just going to put my mic back on here. And I'm actually going to use blocks for this, not my bolster. But you can use your bolster, or you can use a pillow, rolled up blankets. And I'm going to set my upper body up first. Here we go. It's not straight. There we go. Two minutes. And what's nice about this, I can open my arms up nice and wide, so it's a counter to the prone position we were just in. Getting an opening to the chest, the shoulders. As I should look at the time. Any adjustments you need to do. If you're noticing if your knees need some support, you put bolsters or blankets underneath the knees. Nice smooth breath. We're almost there. You may notice you can pull your feet in a little bit more. I've taken a nice deep breath and exhale. Breath in and breath out.
I'm gonna bring my knees back up to center. Gently roll off the side of my mat. I'm not gonna try to pull up through my abs, and come up to seated. Ooh. Say hello to Gracie. She was waiting patiently. Up, up. Good girl. We're going to just do a gentle twist to the right. Then a gentle twist to the left. Then come back to center. Let's do 3 breaths together. You're going to inhale and exhale. Breath in, breath out. One more deep breath in and hold it at the top. Through the mouth, release. Return to your natural breath. Bringing the palms together in front of the heart to Anjuli Mudra, right palm to the left, left to right, gently pushing. Just feel that energy going all the way up the arms, and then release the push of the hands, but keep them connected. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourself, be kind to yourself and others. Have a fantastic week, fantastic day, and fantastic month. Until next time, see you.